Tyrants, they are like geopolitical maniacs. They can't stop. They only can be stopped. So the question is only one, whether Putin will be stopped. I call it 385th of February, because how it started on 24th of February last year, and for the moment it has not ended. That is a tragic day, that is a tragic year, but at the same time it's a historical year. And this is a big fight between democracy and autocracy, big fight for freedom, which will define, I'm sure, the future of at least next decade.
Well,
And the whole world found Ukraine now on the map of the planet, and that is very important.
and when you hear from leaders from across the world today, from the king here, the US president, are you buoyed by that support?
First of all, I want to say thank you, and that is very sincere. Because without this support, yeah, Ukrainian courage is vital, but without Western military supply, economic support, we would not survive. And that is a reality. I met several days ago Prime Minister Rishi Sunak in Munich during the Munich Security Conference. I spoke with him. I said this, that we're very thankful. But at the same time, we just want to finish this war, because what will be the sense if we stood so tall, how President Biden told, and proud during this year, but we will not finish it in right way. But to finish it in right way, we need more weaponry, and we need it quicker.
Well, I was going to come to that exact point before, if I may, just addressing how on earth this war ends and we get peace. But let's talk about the weaponry, because the US has announced new military aid and sanctions today. Poland has said it's delivered its first Leopard tanks to Ukraine. I wonder if I could get you to comment on the UK government's proposals, this backfill deal to supply Typhoon jets to countries that offer you their MiG-29s. Is that helpful in your view?
That can be helpful. That is important, but sooner or later we should switch to Western fighter jets, because MiG-29, they're finishing everywhere in the world except Russia, and we need to switch to Western fighters. By the way, I want to say thank you to UK government for today's announcement of new sanction package, and I lead the parliamentarian coalition for sanctions. In our coalition, we have US congressmen, we have European Parliament members, and we have UK Parliament member Bob Seeley, who leads APPG for Ukraine. And we addressed Secretary Cleverly about the number of people who should be sanctioned. And one of them was Mr. Likhachev, CEO of Rosatom. And finally, UK made this decision, and UK is the first country which sanctioned Likhachev and officials of Rosatom. Rosatom is a Russian nuclear power company, the state-owned, very big company. And I'm very thankful. Again, UK government showed leadership now in the question of sanctions, and I'm happy that our addresses were heard.
Well, we're going to be hearing from Bob Seeley, by the way, in just an hour's time on this program.
Say hello to him. I met him just an hour ago in Kiev and spoke with him.
Oh, I will certainly do that. I just wonder what you say to people who worry that the more embroiled the West becomes, sending weaponry and jets and so on, the more this effectively becomes World War III, and the more remote a peace deal becomes.
Okay, for these people who think so, okay, let us go another way. Let us not help Ukraine. Ukraine would fail. Russia will take the country. What do you think? Putin will stop?
Well, I mean,
Tyrants, they are like geopolitical maniacs. They can't stop. They only can be stopped. So the question is only one, whether Putin will be stopped now in Ukraine. Oh, if he would be successful in Ukraine, then you should stop him in Baltic states, but already with the lives of also British people, because UK military is staying there as a part of NATO forces, or in Romania, or in other parts of the Eastern Europe. So now we have a unique chance to stop Putin now, not to repeat the mistakes of the World War II, when Hitler was not stopped at the time. Now we can stop the aggressor. Yeah, Ukraine is paying a huge price, But if Putin would not be stopped now, the whole Europe will pay the huge price.